Yeah, we went down to the University of New Haven last week, and you know, as a new head coach, everybody's constantly giving me advice, and I kept hearing, well, this is a game you should win. This is a game you should win. Very young team, mostly freshmen and sophomores. Someone forgot to tell Coach Washimano this is a game that they should lose, because they came out and really were playing a terrific first half of football against us. In fact, at one point, if they didn't have an offensive pass interference penalty, they would have taken the lead. The very next play, we picked the ball off and ended that drive, very fortunately. But they're a program that really, I think is going to be a force to be reckoned with in our league. There was a lot of talk about the blue turf, and I guess it's different. I didn't notice after the first few minutes. But one thing, again, as a new coach, you guys have all probably had some odd situations dealing with as a head coach, but we gave them our game balls, and they have nets behind the field goal post, and we promptly kicked all of our game balls into the woods. So the referee's coming up saying, "Hey, Coach, you have no game balls left, they're all in the woods." So they had to bribe some 9-year-old kid with a hot dog to go in the woods, which is like a jungle, to go get our football. So I mean, big time college football, right? But it was a good win for us. It really was, because we had to come from. Usually, we've had success with ball control offense, and New Haven kind of turned that around and stuck it in our face initially. They controlled the ball the first quarter. We only had the ball, I think, 4 minutes in the first quarter. It was a 3-0 game, bit of a defensive struggle. And then our experience, I think, did finally take over. We were able to have some success. Our quarterback, Brian Johnson, I think he's thrown for almost 1,000 yards in 4 games. He got on track, started to hit some of our receivers, and again, our experience, I think, just kind of stood us up and against a team that's young, and they just haven't quite got enough depth and experience to know how to win a game. But it was a 23-15 game, and they had the ball in the last 2 minutes, and they were down in our end of the field, and it was a heck of a game for a team that we were supposed to beat, and they were supposed to lose. So I'm glad we got out there with a win, our 4th victory, and now we're moving on to AIC. AIC was our league champion last year, went to the national playoffs. They are better than they were last year, I think. They're big, they're strong, they're quick, and they're mean. All things that you don't want to see in your opponent coming up. They lost to Southern Connecticut this week. I had my fingers and toes crossed that they would win that game, so they could come into us maybe a little bit different attitude. But the fact is, in our league, 2 losses can pretty much eliminate you from any playoff contention. So we know that they're going to come in Friday night loaded for bear, and it's going to be a heck of a game. It always is with them. They have a quarterback, Rob Parent, who he threw for 6 touchdowns against us last year. He's a very talented quarterback. They have 2 defensive ends that have spent most of the first 3 games in the backfield, the opposing team's backfield. Excellent. And again, for my guys, we know that this is the kind of game that you have to win. This is a benchmark game for us this year. We're 4-0. For us to go 5-0, we know that we have to play an exceptionally good football game. So my guys are practicing hard. My coaches are excited. This is probably the biggest game we've had in 4 years, and I'm really looking forward to Friday night and an opportunity to see what we got against a very good football team. I got Coach Perry next week. It only gets harder. AIC, Merrimack, and Southern Connecticut are all very good teams we have the next 3 weeks. So one rung of the ladder at a time, and we do preach that, but we know that this week's going to be very difficult. My congratulations to the helmet winners, and good luck to all you've done.